this dreadful thing that's been going on with its neighbouring country for the last, as long as I've been alive. And, you know,
Here.
so, and for the world community to begin to understand that it cannot let just superpowers trample over everybody and the rest of the planet and destroy cultures and civilizations that have been going around for thousands of years in many cases. So, for the stability and solidity of Palestine to make itself able to be self-supporting as a state and receive help from the United Nations and the rest of the world, finally at last, to become its own nation. Ladies and gentlemen, the note is La Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And this next one, basically, we've done this before and we had tremendous success. Just, I think it was at the autumn we did this because it got noticed and all around the world people became aware of what happened in Yemen. Well, I have to go into this, but basically, dictionary, if you look at a dictionary, the definition of Semite is people who are either Jewish or Arab or other Middle Eastern extraction. So why it can be a terrible thing to say words against one lot of people and bomb another, and that is not anti-Semitism, is just beyond me. I'm just saying it's this little speech, ladies and gentlemen. What we're trying to do is work here for Yemen because Congress decided that Saudi Arabia should no longer bomb with American or British or anybody else's weapons the people of Yemen. And day before yesterday I just called a little trailer on the bottom of the news that said that the Deputy President has decided to veto that so that it can begin again. So, ladies and gentlemen, he actually said the most obscene thing I've seen in my life. He said that bombing Yemen will ensure peace. So, ladies and gentlemen, for the sake of people, and especially the children of Yemen, it's the biggest humanitarian disaster in the world at the moment. 8 to 11 million people on the move, children and everybody else, everything. This one is for people of Yemen to find their autonomy again and be able to exist as a nation in their own right. Notes. La, to be. And again, I think we need to stop the spread of this American encroaching blight around the world, because there's already more people, as I say, displaced and killed and things since the last war, World War II. And unfortunately we've been complicit in it. Even though the Prime Minister's husband has shares in City Corp, which is part of BAA, which is taking all that money. So, you know. So this one also is for Venezuela, which we are also complicit. We seized their money. We have no right to do so whatsoever. Maduro is an elected president, people love him, yet it's been taken over. So this one's finally, if you will please, for Venezuela to survive whatever US is trying to throw at it at the moment, and to be a self-sufficient autonomous nation in its own right too as well. Ladies and gentlemen, if you will, the notice, La to be. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That's most kind of you. Well, it's true to get one to do that one. There's, but on the other hand, Spring Equinox and Aries, and the rest of it in the Greeks, it was the goddess Athena, and you know, often you have to lead at this time in preventing things getting out of control again, or else you're missing the chance. And so that's why we do these ones, for war-torn places and for the people to survive in them, just as much as we do for tragedies around the world, because we believe this is a world healing temple. We believe it's not only a mirror of the cosmos, but the whole point of building it was in order to be able to do this, as in the unbroken Tibetan tradition, for instance, where this is taken as perfectly normal. We do it all the time, have been for thousands of years. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's wonderful you're here today, and we've revived the Stonehenge choir, and we're making these things happen again. Fantastic. Well, what should we do next? Now, who do we need to turn to? That's what... Yes, we could do that. In the meantime, do we have anybody with either music, songs, poems, announcements, or anything else that we should need to do? Yes?
I may relate.
Yes, Mark.
Ladies and gentlemen, last week 40-50 people were butchers praying in New Zealand. All they were doing is what we're doing here, gathering and worshipping. We need to send out some love from this place, our holiest of places, to let people know it doesn't matter what your religion is, what your belief system is, what your colour of your skin is, or your sexual orientation is. Everybody here is equal. We need to treat people with respect and love. That's all I got to say. Thank you.
Mark, what do you think? Well, ladies and gentlemen, Mark's brought that up. That's absolutely right. Can we do a very, very gentle, for friends and relations and loved ones and all the rest of it who are bearing the terrible pain and trauma of that event, to give them some kind of ease and peace, if only that they can sleep well at night as they begin to deal with the enormity of what's been going on. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll do a quiet one this time. Notes La Let it be. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Mark. Perhaps it will be also, well, I think the aid agents are getting onto it, but those of you who saw about the Idai hurricane in Mozambique, flattened, sort of a huge area of the coast there, flattened the city, people left with absolutely nothing, ordinary people, but had businesses and shops and, everything else. And so if we do this one finally, if we may, the note is La So mote it be. Help all these people rebuild their lives. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That's most there, and provide a space away from the stones for people to rest and listen to acoustic music. If you could, that would be great. I think you might find next to it. What? Oh, right, yeah. You might find next to it is Dave's own thing, because the wind blew it over, and his stage, and so he's rebuilding it hastily in order to get it ready on time to come back here at the summer solstice. Hang on, I'm being called?
Yeah, the link for the Just Giving, I think it's called Support the Stonehenge Sanger Stage or something like that, but Support Sanger Stage. So if you click that link, you should be able to Just Giving. You give it a bit of money to help it happen.
That would be great, because great character, great stage, lovely musicians and people that come, and so this is the way we try and make it more like Eisteddfod and celebration at Stonehenge, even though we have difficulties of health and safety and all the rest that we have to live by. But, ladies and gentlemen, having said that, should we now then do the Druid Oath? Yes, I think we should. Okay. Well, as we can bring this towards an end and you want to be and see around the stones and enjoy just being here. This one's called the Druid Oath, and if I give you a line at a time, and we'll see if we can get this going really quite well. It goes like this. We swear by peace and love to stand. We swear by peace and love to stand. Heart to heart and hand in hand. Heart to heart and hand in hand. Mark, O Spirit, and hear us now. Mark, O Spirit, and hear us now. Confirming this, our sacred vow.
Confirming this, our sacred vow.
We'll try it again. We swear by peace and love to stand. We swear by peace and love to stand. Heart to heart and hand in hand. Heart to heart and hand in hand. Mark, O Spirit, and hear us now. Mark, O Spirit, and hear us now. Confirming this, our sacred vow.
Confirming this, our sacred vow.
Okay, let's do it all together this time. We swear by peace and love to stand. Heart to heart and hand in hand. Mark, O Spirit, and hear us now. Confirming this, our sacred vow. So mote it be.
So mote it be.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your help with this healing work around the planet, and let it now go around the world grid and take effect in the various ways that it will around the world. And if now there's no more announcements or anything else that we need to do, or from the floor,
the Druid's prayer.
if you wish, Ray, it's up to you entirely. Yes. Okay.
The
Here
Druid's
you go.
prayer. Grant, O Goddess, thy protection, and in protection, strength, and in strength, understanding, and in understanding, knowledge, and in knowledge, the knowledge of justice, and in the knowledge of justice, the love of it, and in that love, the love of all existences, for all things are sacred. Blessed be.
Blessed be. Thank you, Ray. Yes. Well, ladies and gentlemen, in that case, shall we close as we began with the quarters and follow that one round, and then we'll all get a chance to mill about and have fun.
The powers of air and the east, we thank you for your presence. Hail and farewell.
Hail and farewell. May there be peace in the east.
May there be peace in the east.
To the powers of fire in the south, we thank you for your presence. Hail and farewell.
Hail and farewell. May there be peace in the south.
May there be peace in the south. To the powers of water in the west, we thank you for your presence. Hail and farewell.
Hail and farewell. May there be peace in the west.
May there be peace in the west. To the powers of earth in the north, we thank you for your presence. Hail and farewell.
Hail and farewell. May there be peace in the north.
May there be peace in the north.
And again, ladies and gentlemen, as we turn towards the centre, most important one of all, may there be peace throughout the whole world. May there be peace throughout the whole world. So mote it be.
So mote it be.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You've been wonderful, thank you. Lovely. 3 cheers to Stonehenge and Spring Equinox.